Do you think Harry is acting strange? Do you think Harry is acting strange? Don't always ape what others do. Don't always ape what others do. She bit into the apple. She bit into the apple. The boy climbed the large tree. The boy climbed the large tree. You didn't think of that on your own. You just copied me. You didn't think of that on your own. You just copied me. The couple danced all night. The couple danced all night. Oh no, I dropped my camera. Oh no, I dropped my camera. Mr. Thompson entered the building at noon. Mr. Thompson entered the building at noon. The prisoners escaped from the jail. The prisoners escaped from the jail. After the performance, people exited the room. After the performance, people exited the room. Jack fell to the ground. Jack fell to the ground. Vince fell down the stairs. Vince fell down the stairs. I feel really hungry now. I feel really hungry now. Some people make a lot of hand gestures when they talk. Some people make a lot of hand gestures when they talk. He gave his friend a great birthday present. He gave his friend a great birthday present. Have you ever hiked that mountain? Have you ever hiked that mountain? He was too shy to hold the girl's hand. He was too shy to hold the girl's hand. The kids hopped outside the school. The kids hopped outside the school. Some children don't like to be hugged. Some children don't like to be hugged. Kelly likes to go jogging after work. Kelly likes to go jogging after work. He had to jump over a large puddle. He had to jump over a large puddle. You should never kick your pet. You should never kick your pet. The two lovers kissed in the park. The two lovers kissed in the park. I feel sick. I need to lie down. I feel sick. I need to lie down. The boss nodded to show he liked the idea. The boss nodded to show he liked the idea. When I'm tired, I can't perform well. When I'm tired, I can't perform well. When I was a child, I played every day. When I was a child, I played every day. The family posed for the picture. The family posed for the picture. Oscar put the key into the lock. Oscar put the key into the lock. This holiday will give me a good rest. This holiday will give me a good rest. We better run faster. We better run faster. Please sit over there on the chair. Please sit over there on the chair. During the break, they skipped outside. During the break, they skipped outside. I like it when you smile at me. I like it when you smile at me. The girl stood on the chair to see out the window. The girl stood on the chair to see out the window. The teacher told the students to stand up. The teacher told the students to stand up. He stepped on the spider. He stepped on the spider. How long can you swim for? How long can you swim for? Please throw me that towel. Please throw me that towel. Lucy touched Sam's face gently. Lucy touched Sam's face gently. Go straight and turn left up ahead. Go straight and turn left up ahead. Did you walk here? Did you walk here? Barbara loved to watch people walk by. Barbara loved to watch people walk by. Tom waved his hand to say goodbye. Tom waved his hand to say goodbye. I can't whistle very well. I can't whistle very well. The man winked at the pretty girl. The man winked at the pretty girl. The boy put his pants on backwards. The boy put his pants on backwards. It hurts when I bend my arm. It hurts when I bend my arm. I'm so fat I can't bend over to touch my toes. I'm so fat I can't bend over to touch my toes. Don't blow your nose at the dinner table. Don't blow your nose at the dinner table. Stop eating so quickly or you might choke. Stop eating so quickly or you might choke. The old man collapsed on the sidewalk. The old man collapsed on the sidewalk. The baby crawled to the corner. The baby crawled to the corner. She crouched down to get her keys. She crouched down to get her keys. He had to dodge the car on the street. He had to dodge the car on the street. I almost drowned when I was young. I almost drowned when I was young. Jeff emerged from the lake. Jeff emerged from the lake. Rick exploded with anger. Rick exploded with anger. Policeman told the man to face forward. Policeman told the man to face forward. He fell off the horse and hurt his head. He fell off the horse and hurt his head. Terry floated on his back in the lake. Terry floated on his back in the lake. The little girl frowned and then started to cry. The little girl frowned and then started to cry. The swimmer gasped for air. The swimmer gasped for air. Mike told him to grasp his arm. Mike told him to grasp his arm. Simon grins when he lies. Simon grins when he lies. Can you handle that horse? Can you handle that horse? I want you to haul that box across the room. I want you to haul that box across the room. The injured man hobbled away. The injured man hobbled away. The bad smell made Mike hold his nose. The bad smell made Mike hold his nose. The fat man's belly jiggled when he laughed hard. The fat man's belly jiggled when he laughed hard. She leaned forward and told him a secret. She leaned forward and told him a secret. Be careful when you leap. Be careful when you leap. He has a good manner of speaking. He has a good manner of speaking. The soldiers marched in the morning. The soldiers marched in the morning. He massaged his sore neck. He massaged his sore neck. The boy always mimics his father. The boy always mimics his father. Fred mumbled some angry words. Fred mumbled some angry words. Jerry paused to think a little more. Jerry paused to think a little more. Jack pets his girlfriend's hair. Jack pets his girlfriend's hair. You shouldn't pick your nose. You shouldn't pick your nose. He bent over and picked up the coin. He bent over and picked up the coin. Larry pointed at the book he wanted to buy. Larry pointed at the book he wanted to buy. The old man's posture was poor. The old man's posture was poor. They raced around the track. They raced around the track. Gloria raised her eyebrows when she heard the news. Gloria raised her eyebrows when she heard the news. The student raised his right hand to answer the question. The student raised his right hand to answer the question. I like to relax in front of the TV after work. I like to relax in front of the TV after work. After the meeting, Joe returned home. After the meeting, Joe returned home. My grandfather can't rotate his hand. My grandfather can't rotate his hand. Paul rubbed some medicine on his arm. Paul rubbed some medicine on his arm. I ran away from the mean dog. I ran away from the mean dog. Ian scratched his itchy foot. Ian scratched his itchy foot. The two men shook hands when they met. The two men shook hands when they met. He shook his head to disagree. He shook his head to disagree. Why don't you sit down for a while? Why don't you sit down for a while? The teacher told him to sit up. The teacher told him to sit up. Is it okay to smack your lips? Is it okay to smack your lips? The hungry boy sniffed the food. The hungry boy sniffed the food. Paula squashed the insect with her hand. Paula squashed the insect with her hand. The child stomped on the floor in anger. The child stomped on the floor in anger. It's not polite to stare at people. It's not polite to stare at people. You should stretch your legs before jogging. You should stretch your legs before jogging. Let's take a nice stroll around the lake. Let's take a nice stroll around the lake. I hate swallowing bitter medicine. I hate swallowing bitter medicine. Karen tapped her foot to the music. Karen tapped her foot to the music. He tossed her the keys. He tossed her the keys. Tie your shoelaces or you will trip. Tie your shoelaces or you will trip. I turned around and went back to the store. I turned around and went back to the store. Ouch, I twisted my ankle. Ouch, I twisted my ankle. Don't wander too far. Don't wander too far. She took off her shoes and waded in the ocean. She took off her shoes and waded in the ocean. She whispered into her boyfriend's ear. She whispered into her boyfriend's ear. He wiped his nose with a tissue. He wiped his nose with a tissue. She wriggled her little finger. She wriggled her little finger. People yawn when they are tired. People yawn when they are tired. He accidentally bashed his elbow against the wall. He accidentally bashed his elbow against the wall. When she saw the robber, she clutched her purse. When she saw the robber, she clutched her purse. All he could do was creep along the floor. All he could do was creep along the floor. He could hear the snow crunch under his feet. He could hear the snow crunch under his feet. Mary drummed her fingers on the table. Mary drummed her fingers on the table. They fled from the fire. They fled from the fire. He forgot to gargle with mouthwash this morning. He forgot to gargle with mouthwash this morning. He hesitated a moment before crossing the street. He hesitated a moment before crossing the street. Santa Claus hoisted the bag over his shoulder. Santa Claus hoisted the bag over his shoulder. The elderly woman limped when she walked. The elderly woman limped when she walked. Hank lunged at the man. Hank lunged at the man. He mimed the meaning to me. He mimed the meaning to me. Peter reclined on the sofa. Peter reclined on the sofa. But if relaxation would be good for me. But if relaxation would be good for me. The army retreated after the battle. The army retreated after the battle. Ben scrunched his eyebrows as he read the book. Ben scrunched his eyebrows as he read the book. Nancy didn't answer. She just shrugged her shoulders. Nancy didn't answer. She just shrugged her shoulders. He was so mad he slammed the door shut. He was so mad he slammed the door shut. His mother told him not to slouch. His mother told him not to slouch. The boy slumped over his homework. The boy slumped over his homework. The thief snatched his wallet. The thief snatched his wallet. George sprinted to catch the bus. George sprinted to catch the bus. The drunken man swayed back and forth. The drunken man swayed back and forth. The boss gave the project a thumbs up. The boss gave the project a thumbs up. John's son kept tugging on his sleeve. John's son kept tugging on his sleeve. Joe whacked his thumb with a hammer. Joe whacked his thumb with a hammer. He whammed his fist on the table. He whammed his fist on the table. Bill often wrings his hand. Bill often wrings his hand. His careless mistake caused lots of problems. His careless mistake caused lots of problems. If you drink too much, you will get drunk. If you drink too much, you will get drunk. She loved his gentle touch. She loved his gentle touch. Eric is a lazy boy. Eric is a lazy boy. Frank and Bob are powerful men. Frank and Bob are powerful men. Ken is a quick runner. Ken is a quick runner. I'm sorry, please don't speak so quickly. I'm sorry, please don't speak so quickly. I'm a really slow swimmer. I'm a really slow swimmer. Jeffrey speaks Chinese slowly. Jeffrey speaks Chinese slowly. I accidentally cut myself with a knife. I accidentally cut myself with a knife. This table is poor because it was carelessly made. This table is poor because it was carelessly made. Oops, I dropped it. I'm so clumsy. Oops, I dropped it. I'm so clumsy. Teachers like eager students. Teachers like eager students. Even though she's old, she seems very energetic. Even though she's old, she seems very energetic. Gary gently put the computer on the desk. Gary gently put the computer on the desk. Don't make a hasty decision. Don't make a hasty decision. Many children are impulsive. Many children are impulsive. They spent the day lazily on the beach. They spent the day lazily on the beach. The hero is a mighty man. The hero is a mighty man. Superman powerfully lifted the train. Superman powerfully lifted the train. The rapid speed of the walk is tiring. The rapid speed of the walk is tiring. Repeated exercise will help you lose weight. Repeated exercise will help you lose weight. George is a swift walker. George is a swift walker. Jane's husband is tender to her. Jane's husband is tender to her. Peter clumsily climbed the stairs. Peter clumsily climbed the stairs. Some people are quite deft at sports. Some people are quite deft at sports. The doctor deftly performed the operation. The doctor deftly performed the operation. Wayne drunkenly walked home from the bar. Wayne drunkenly walked home from the bar. They eagerly waited for Christmas to arrive. They eagerly waited for Christmas to arrive. Oliver dances quite energetically. Oliver dances quite energetically. He tied his shoes hastily. He tied his shoes hastily. Tina impulsively bought the box of chocolates. Tina impulsively bought the box of chocolates. The strong man mightily beat his enemy. The strong man mightily beat his enemy. The train was moving rapidly. The train was moving rapidly. The policeman fired his gun repeatedly. The policeman fired his gun repeatedly. He swiftly threw the baseball. He swiftly threw the baseball. She tenderly touched her son's neck. She tenderly touched her son's neck.